Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is the grand finale. What do we have for you for October of 2025? Okay, guys, get it together. Get it together. Upright. No. Reversed. Yay. You guys have cleared some consciousness. You're really changing the way that you're thinking about a situation. There's a strong reframing. You have a totally different perspective. It's not as burdening. It's not as anxiety inducing. It's not as heavy feeling as it has been. There's a break in the clouds. There's this idea that, like, you know what? I am changing my approach to this. I'm changing the way I'm thinking about this. I'm changing the way I'm dealing with this. And I'm not letting this situation dictate how I'm going to feel any longer. And it's this breaking free, this empowerment from the thoughts and the anxiety and the disarray, the head case kind of feeling that's been going on, and being like, no, I'm freeing myself from this. It's not happening. I'm not staying trapped in this beautiful brain of mine. Not in the way that, like, is keeping me in anxiety. You know, when it's anxiety inducing, it's time to step outside of yourself and release yourself from that kind of trap of the spiral. What else do we have for our beautiful lions? Ooh. 7 of Wands, going after what you want, and also, like, being on defense, like not being afraid to guard what it is that you're really valuing and what you're going after, but also to, like, take on new land for it. Probably the third time this has come up, and the third time I'm going to quote it again because it's one of my favorite things from this deck. But, like, the direct translation in this specific deck is, like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I feel like maybe in terms of this relationship with the 9 of Swords reversed, it's that you realize that your mental state has kept you from doing the things that you really want to do and defending the things that you really love doing. Whether it's, you know, situational, you know, I've certainly battled with anxiety and depression for most of my life, to be perfectly honest. And I know that when I'm in that kind of headspace, when I'm in that season, that I'm not taking chances and going on after the things that I love, and that maybe not in the same way that I would be when I had the clarity, when I'm not in that chapter. And so this is reminding you that, like, with this clarity, with this new thought process, maybe you'll be seeing more opportunities and being able to go after what it is that you want, but also defending what it is that you've worked really hard to get to, which is this space of, like, I don't want to feel like that anymore. I am not giving up my peace. It is too expensive to give up my peace. It costs too much. I'm not doing it. And I'm going to defend my peace. I'm going to defend this life that I'm building for myself. I'm going to defend the person I am. Whew. Okay. What else do we have for Leo? Emotional fulfillment. Things really coming together for you. Really feeling like your community has your back. And that could be, you know, whether it's your family, your friends, it could be your workplace, it could be the greater community around you. But there is 10 of Cups, a real emotional fulfillment, a real, oh, sorry, my hair. In traditional tarot, it's like a big, beautiful rainbow and 2 people standing with, like, a dog and a cat and their children. And it's that idea of, like, you've come to this place, you've reached that emotional fulfillment, you've created this legacy that is going beyond you. The cups are all pouring into themselves, like, it's self-sustainable. You've really reached a point of, like, okay, I can do this. Again, I can do this. I've overcome that anxiety, that disarray, that depression, and I'm able to defend where I'm at, and it is going to be sustainable and emotionally fulfilling for me. Damn, y'all are going through it, or have been going through it, but I'm so glad that this October, like, feels like it's clearing a lot for you. Oh my gosh, this card. taking a lot of time alone, maybe not a lot, but taking some prominent and like intentional time alone this October is going to be benefiting you greatly. That time alone to like really hold your vision in mind and continue, again, just holding the vision. For you, it's holding the vision, because when you're not in an empowered, in a clear, concise way of thinking, it's that the vision can get so skewed by the fears, and the fears can become the vision. And this is asking you to make not so much, but like schedule in the time to hold your vision, to look before you and see what is emotionally, what you have, what's going on. And you don't have to necessarily like make it that reality, because this could be anxiety, this could be depression, and this could be joy and gratitude. You never know. But this vision of fulfillment, this vision of absolute contentment, of whatever it is that you're calling in, that's what we need to ground with. That's what we need to come back to. And there's a big feeling of like, just schedule that beautiful time in, because what you're doing is sustainable. But you have to remember to keep that time for yourself, to meditate, to hold that beautiful vision, sit under that proverbial tree and just have that think, have that lay, have that daydream of, okay, right. This is what I'm working towards. This is what I'm calling in. This is what I want for myself. Okay. You've got the whole world in your hands, baby. Ace of Pentacles. What do you want? This is the beginning of a beautiful, bountiful, abundant life. And not that you don't already have it, but it's reminding yourself, right, I do have the world in my hands. How do I want to approach this? What is my relationship to prosperity? What is my relationship to abundance? Do I believe that it's for other people, or do I believe that I hold the value of that in my own hands and I can create my own future in that regard? Coming full circle. Okay. Uno más. One more, maybe two. We'll see. I've been yippity yapping long. Leo. October. Okay, guys. Rest. This has come up for a few different ones, but for you, not feeling guilty about the rest either, because you've burnt out before. And what you have going on is sustainable, and you're being asked to schedule time for rest and for clarity and to hold that beautiful vision. Sorry, not just rest, but like to take time out to reevaluate, to assess everything that you're filling your cup with. Reminding yourself that you have all of the fucking time and energy and efforts and abundance in the world in your hands, and just taking that time to be mindful about it. To rest your swords and be like, okay, I don't actually have to fight to get what I want all the time, though I am fighting for my right to go after what I want, and I'm fighting for my my vision of my future, but I don't have to fight everything. I can rest my sword. I can take time to take the load off and just rejuvenate my fucking body, mind, and soul. When is the last time you've done something for yourself? And I'm not saying like, I had breakfast this morning. Duh, bitch. Of course you're gonna have breakfast. Of course you're gonna have fucking breakfast. But when's the last time you thought, you know what? I love gardening. Not me. I mean, I love gardening, but I don't love gardening. But I do love appreciating gardens. And so sometimes I'll go walk around areas that have the most beautiful gardens and just snap a million fucking pictures, because that fills my beautiful little soul. So when is the last time you did something for yourself? You're being strongly encouraged to take that time and rejuvenate and do the thing that fills you up in that regard and clears your brain mentally. Maybe movement. It may be, singing. It may be writing. It may be art. It may be creation. No, this one. Okay. It's time to allow yourself to reevaluate, to see what you want to do moving forward. And that restful time is very, very, very important for you, because you're pooped. you're pooped. It's been a lot. I mean, it's been a lot of hard work, but not everything that you pour yourself into has to be hard work. And that's one of the big things that you're seeing this month, especially. But you're freeing yourself to be like, okay, what's next? What do I actually want? Because the card after this is wish fulfillment. So it's just reassessing where you're going. It's that, okay, how am I going to take the next few steps of this trajectory? But you have to give yourself that vision to hold and that rest and that clarity of just knowing you can't miss what's meant for you. And your brain, what is it? It can be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. You're making it your best friend. And congratulations on all the work you've been doing. You got this, Leo.